All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Let's go, baby.
On the ready.
55. Watch the run. They're running it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Joker.
Ready.
On first down, Pope. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check. Crunch. Rush in.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check 4. Under 10. 10. Shoot.
Get it.
Here's Pope. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Hey, high 7. Big grip.
On first and 10, Flanagan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check 24. Watch 24. Safe. Hey, switch.
80 weapon.
Check. Lucky.
Now.
On second down, it's Pope. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
They're not ready for this.
Hey, zoom.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Slam.
Back to throw. Flanagan rolling to his right. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
Set. 18, Gator.
15, check my 50. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check safety, check safety. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. To throw on second down, Costello steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense. On third down, here's Harris. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run with Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Costello. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Paris Campbell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The
set.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
22 jump, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Flanagan. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Costello. And he's got his man on the out route. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
On 3rd and 2, Costello. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Check it back.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
X3. 218. Chop it.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, C6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Costello. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
55, my God, 55. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
6-6. Pull it high. Five.
This is Pope. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on second down. Flanagan got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 37. Check 37. Back. Check 43.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey. Speed grip.
Back to throw. Flanagan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Check 99. Check 99. Out. Tight door.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go, team.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Costello dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check, nickel.
Hey, lock it. Smooth.
Safety's creeping. You
Hit it.
2nd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Can't stop us.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hits it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 21, Chiefs 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this one complete to Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw. Flanagan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards on the ground.
First down, Los Angeles.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Slam, slam, slam. Wide, get wide. Kill.
Let go.
On the ground, it's Harris. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Hey, two. Hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
Catch made here by Campbell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what?
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Oh, yeah.
Look at me. Zip, lead dribble.
Throwing on 1st down. Flanagan. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Go. Hey, Echo. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Flanagan. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st down, Pope. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
60 yards.
Here we go, D.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, check 24, check 24. No. Off.
61, matchbox lights.
Fresno.
Let go.
They run with Pope again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. We're back now in KC. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
5, 2.
From the gun, Costello eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
Back to throw. Costello. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. O.J. Howard, A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Pope. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw again. Flanagan. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Flanagan. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Hey, Haywood!
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Target. 50's the go.
Off play action. Flanagan sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. Pettis once again the target, but it'll be second and goal.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Go!
You got motion.
Hey, rock.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Motion man. Put your hands on him. Get him.
Topper!
55's my guy. 55. You must be dreaming.
Hit it!
Looking to throw. Flanagan. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready, set.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Pilot, 64, weak, 30 base.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shoot.
They run it with Pope. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Pope, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
50. Check my 50. Here we go. Here we go.
Get it.
On 1st down, it's Pope. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Undercrunch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run with Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They run for it with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 53 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Hey.
Mike 55. He can't hang.
Ready.
Back to throw. Flanagan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Check 55 for Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Alert flat.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55.
Yep.
55.
Get it.
On 1st down, Flanagan. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, orbit.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Here we go.
Deep river.
Looking to throw. Flanagan looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it's... It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
You ready?
Ready up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us.
There he goes, right side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors,